Well, good evening. We are going to be starting a new campaign with Alith Anar, the Shadow King content, and go from there. Anyways, let's get started. How they play Nagaroth. Marked for death. Heads that wage war and destruction on Nagaroth are valuable spoils indeed. Influence and rewards can be gained through their demise prior to new targets being set. That's these three up here. Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm allows Alith Anar and his armies to rapidly slip through otherwise impassable terrain on the campaign map with no chance of being interrupted by the enemy's defenses. Spirit of Vengeance. Being masters of the surrounding, trickery, and deception, the armies of Nagaroth can ambush their foes and win in default army stance. And the Sword of Cain. The Sword of Cain is a blade of ancient and great terrible power. Its bearer is granted prodigious strength in battle, yet stewardship of the sword can lead to civil unrest. Those in dire need of such power may seek out the weapon as a last resort on the island of the Shrine of Cain, but so too may those with more nefarious aims. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Tell ya. I blame it being late. Doing this as a little bit late capture, and I want to stick with my schedule that I've given myself. So we're going to start, we did start a Mortal Empires campaign, and the reason why I did this is because as much as I like Vortex, and you guys can disagree with me, but Vortex seems like it's a little bit more of an RP flavor sort of thing. Well, that doesn't really lead anything to Alith Anar. Unless you're playing a major faction like Tyrion or Teclis for the High Elves per se, uh, I just don't feel that the quests for the island or the vortex is just that good and actually even distracts and deters from Alith Anar. So I wanted to focus more on his story, which is to rid the world of Dark Elves and then to reclaim Nagaroth, which is this land over here. Because he's the true Shadow King. We're not really liked by the other High Elves. You know, everyone's jealous of his hair. Look at this. And we have the Stone of Midnight. We start with this unique item, which gives allies 22% missile resistance, Untainted +2, Ward Save +5, and Speed +5%. Besides this, we can get the Shadow Crown and the Moon Bow. Both really badass items. So, we have a very small army, and we'll be playing this a little bit different than a lot of High Elves. As we can't afford to. Our specialization really is the Shadow Archers. Actually wanted to see what this ability is. Shadow Blades. Yeah. Should be fun. Should be fun.
There is only vengeance.
It costs 2 turns to recruit them and 1,500 gold. Our specialization is the Raven Lord. Now, isn't that poetic? Upkeep -25% for Shadow Walker units, Lord's Army, and Ambush Success Chance +25. And we can buff that up a little bit with a couple abilities here. And so yeah. We do start with the Asinar camp. And Blackhold Fortress. We can really quickly steal this, I think. Probably fight it out. Secure it for the Shadow King.
Now we strike.
Actually, we'll just go ahead and resolve that. I want to kind of speed through this and start working on the main campaign. We do start with a Great Eagle. And actually, SFO changed that to 3 separate units because that's how the tabletop is. 152 kills, Shadow Walkers. And
Shadow
we
is
will
citizen.
occupy. Another big thing with the Court of the Shadowlands is that we get the Citadel Climate Wasteland, which is very important um, because we can only take over Frozen and Wasteland. Everything else is unpleasant to us.
Shadowlands.
And I think we're actually going to do with bonded servers because we do want to get a little bit of a discount. I won't focus too much a lot on it. Upkeep minus 1% would be nice, but I'll do that later. And then because we will, well, don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But a little bit of discount kind of early on, get some more. Yeah, so just a little bit. It's not a huge amount. Um, but we will toss in another spearman, another archer, and get working on other shadow blades. Unite our province, so we can do a commandment. Growth. We're just going to throw that growth in there. And let's see if we can uh, talk to any of the other elves.
Your word shall reach the Phoenix throne.
Yes, non-aggression, please. Nope. Okay, fine. How about trade?
If you wish.
Trade is good. Trade is always nice. Lothran, how about you? You want some trade?
Of the Everqueen. As you say.
Yes, Deckless. No, Tyrion. Tyrion. Safari? Nope, they don't like us.
I serve the welcome. Your words and deeds will be very well. I think not.
I'm waiting. What do you seek from the Asura, traveler? Of course.
Prince of welcome.
Just trying to get all this trade, just get going.
Very well.
Because that'll help boost our...
Bring death.
Can't do anything with that. Okay, so... Yeah, look at that. Boost our income quite a bit. 466.
Shadow King.
Don't have anything to trade with it, but, you know, it's always nice. And my main goal is to take out Marathi as soon as possible, because I do not want to get, well, just her uh, corruption, that chaos corruption. That is such an annoying trait from her. Like, I understand. I actually really don't understand why she gets chaos corruption. So I want to explain that to me. I mean, they want to reach out and tell me, hey, you know, she has this, you know, such a backstory or such, something and such. I'd love to hear it. I don't do a lot of delving into it because I wasn't able to for a long time, and then I just love the game. Okay, quest issued, the Shadow Crown. So if we capture and occupy the following settlement, the Shrine of Cain, we will get the Shadow Crown. I don't know. I've tried messing around before on, you know, when I was just playing around by myself. I've tried just, you know, running full tilt at this stretch of land. It's nice. Um, but I feel that I can leave that to you guys. If you ever want to have a playthrough, that is a safe bet because it's such an early mission objective. But because I'm doing a playthrough, I want to do you know, if we do short campaign, you guys can let me know. We have to take over Daggerath, Iron Mountains, Titan's Peak, Doomglade, and Road of Skulls. And then of course we need to destroy the Cult of Pleasure, Bleak Holds, and Clark Karand. And then we have to have control any of the 8 of the following zones either by direct ownership or through vassals and military alliances. So I mean you can see it's actually quite a bit that we have to do over here. So I feel like we should focus on here, get a power base, and then maybe towards the end of the campaign we go back home and assert ourselves as the rightful king of Nagaroth, whether it be high elves there or not.
What?
Alright, so we're recruiting, hit the end turn, got our trade, and we can start working on... We're not at war with Marathi just yet.
A rival power desires a change in your mutual relations.
I'm not going to pay you. I can just do that. Everlorn. We'll do recommended. Just so everyone knows, this is a thing from SFO Grimhammer, where you have a capacity system of either faction-wide army, or you can just choose army, or you can do no caps, which is very much vanilla. But this actually makes the AI, as well as yourself, can only have so many types of units in your army. Like if you want to have a whole army of dragons, well, maybe you'll get close to it, but then your other armies can't have dragons because you've used up the cap of dragon units, or as tabletop used to call it, um, rare units. And you can see here it enables a system similar to their Tomb Kings where unit types are limited. So I do recommend it. If you guys ever want me to do a playthrough where we do faction and army, which is a little bit harder, I wouldn't mind that. I would definitely want your guys' input. Got a lot of gold we're earning right now. We are at war with Hag Hall. So not at war with those guys. I feel that we should maybe
Attend.
move up here, see if they're coming. And I do want... to get just a nice little bit of a line, kind of like a distraction unit. I can't recruit because I don't want to sit here for another 2 turns. But what I'm also going to do is, because that we are such on the border and everything like that, I am going to recruit a lord. I know that these beginning lords just aren't very good. Definitely not you. Well, I guess if we're just going to have a defensive lord, and we won't be trying to ambush with her. And we can always get rid of her.
The people are resting.
Yeah. Go from there. Already level 5. I saw that, Marathi. Level 5 campaign here. I smell hacks! Beastman Rising, we will do yes, because we are a good faction.
When Loic dances, so shall I.
And that is another feature of SFO, which allows you to pretty much customize the game to be different every time.
Ridiculous. There was only
And then let's see, what is our ambush success chance? 45, 80, so let's get up to here.
moving unseen.
Get into ambush stance. Maybe he'll come out towards me. Yep, and they are right on the edge there, so if they move, they should come right at us. So they want their house back, right?
Orders?
Let's, yeah, so our entire army can actually do the shadow path.
I serve the Phoenix King.
Get her up to, Blackhold Fortress.
Entering the city. Asur princess.
And we'll get a little bit of an army just so we can start offsetting that the public order penalty. Actually, I just thought of this. I'm not going to be able to offset it without a larger army.
Reminds me of Alabama.
Yes, the rumors are true.
Princess of the Azure. Garrisoning.
I'm not going to be able to offset that very well.
Lady of the
You can
Field.
see here.
Instructions.
So we can actually just stand outside, let it rebel.
Protect.
We'll get the rebellion right here, and we can just fight it. So we'll actually need a little bit larger army. That's okay. We're still going to be getting 1,000 per turn. Let's see, rating.
Bring shadow. Traversing. No. Ill considered.
Let's see if we can tempt them out.
Not one Druki on Nagaryth.
Yep, let's go ahead and upgrade that. The rule of thumb is upgrade your smaller buildings for towns first, just because they're more dependent on those upgrades for a garrison, especially with SFO. With SFO, you no longer build. That's nice. You no longer build.
Restore
Let me show you. Building browser. All right, so Royal Garrison. This says it adds walls to the settlement, but in actuality, this is the thing that adds the walls to the garrison, unless it's very different for high elves than every other faction.
Shadow stalker.
So,
I am ready.
nope,
Never.
peace.
Burden of the Shadowlands. Ready. My
That's
forces
about as far as we can get.
Onwards.
Get right there.
Silent attack.
Can I offer assistance?
We'll go over here, grab this island. A little bit of extra money. Nope. We'll just,
Your command? I shall continue later.
get that extra gold where we can.
The life
Yes,
of every nation,
very much so.
even more important than war for some.
Hush.
Emissaries from a foreign leader come requesting an alliance.
You know, actually, I would take a defensive alliance.
Situation before I can take the lead.
Terranoc's a pretty long-standing faction. I've seen. Of course, now that I have a defensive alliance with them,
When Loic dances, so shall I.
Short-sighted.
well, now we're.
Alith Anar. We begin. Move.
Princess of the Azure. Navigating.
Shadow warriors.
We may just declare war on these guys if they're going to be wrecked with Marathi, and we might be able to catch Marathi's army outside somewhere. I mean, I know that's a dangerous proposition with those guys, but they seem pretty content to just build up, and so now what is this ability right here? I'm just wondering if they have snipe or not. See, that looks like an ability right there, and it might be useful to get a couple of those guys. I mean, because these guys are more of, I don't know. I do not know. Anyone else want to trade? Nope. Yeah, I think that's the plan. We'll just go over here, catch them in an ambush. Because we do always have that chance of catching them in an ambush while they're walking around. Kind of like the Skaven.
We are ill at ease.
Choices, choices, choices. Kind of tempted to get the Elven Cavalry because we kind of need a supplement. Um, but our economy's just not doing too hot. So we'll go ahead and get this right now. And we need that for the technology.
I serve the Phoenix King.
Let's see what the difference makes. We're up to -3.
Protect
So
our
probably need a couple more.
Can I offer assistance?
There is only vengeance.
Can't do anything this turn because we're still recruiting.
Lady of the Phoenix Court.
Yeah, he gets just a
There's
pretty hefty discount. Get through these interns so we can actually get to doing something. Oh, they're gonna go for it. Just not bad, you know. Let's see. Do I actually need that settlement for a chapter objective? Jeez. Oh, 8 of the following settlements, okay. That's Hargrav. Hag Hall. Okay, so I do need Hag Hall, but I don't necessarily need Esildrator. Esildrator.
not one Druki on Nagaryth. I journey. Via land.
Order must be maintained.
And we're actually going to do this for like one turn because that actually will unlock the Hand of the Shadow Crown, which will allow us to send out an assassin, which is a pretty cool mechanic. It's a guaranteed kill. And Marathi, how kind of you to offer yourself on a platter. Because I will take it. I will now. It will perform that right. A little bit of money, but guaranteed assassination. And if we kill him, culling, influence, big thing, treasury, murderous dance. I think, because he is so close, that'll actually be kind of useful. So we'll send him up here. We have 11 turns to do it. I would love to do that, but he is way down there. Won't ever reach him.
Burden of the Shadowlands. Loic's Fury. Come, Shadow Warriors. Not this time. Nagaroth Vengeance! To battle!
Yep, ambush. We'll go ahead. Oh, boy.
To me, Shadow Warriors!
To me, Shadow Warriors. Okay, so they are over here. Ugh, that War Hydra. So we can use it to harass the War Hydra. I'm hoping that will work. If not, we are going to hurt.
As you say! Alith Anar!
Can't imagine them not having snipe. I mean, the lesser version of them can snipe.
Archers!
Alright, let's kick this thing off.
For Assyrian!
And we are taking down that War Hydra rather effectively.
Shadow Dancer!
We need to distract it now.
Curse all Druki!
Yeah, let's concentrate on those Witch Elves.
Archers! Nagaroth! My duty! Understood! It shall be done! For Assyrian! Archers! Seal! Understood. Moving out. Understood. For order.
Alrighty, I think the ambush is going really well.
For duty.
I mean, the only thing that's really holding us up is Marathi, but our ravens are gonna pin her down, bleed her out,
Stop.
which we will
So be
very
it.
much use the bow because we do much more damage. Jeez! Alright, well, the Shadow Walkers definitely earned their pay today. That spell that she unleashed, that hurt.
Reminder of crossing Alith Anar. They are nothing. Release them.
Kane's Ring of Fury. Wow. That will be useful.
Kill them and be done with it.
Let's go ahead and get that Force Labor.
Shadow King rises. Stalk the shadows.
Hag Butcher. Hero action cost, minus 10%, all heroes. That'll be, hey, there we go, right? And, okay, yes, thank you. I wanted to go back to, the trait gained. Hero self-defense, plus 10%. Huh.
Alith Anar. My forces advance.
So she has a pretty strong army right there.
What is it?
But she's dropped down to strength rating 59.
My realm.
And I think we are going to just buff up his bow skills, and we will definitely get inspiring presence, because we kind of want to get to loose, which will allow us to get reload skill, which just and favorable winds, because it's really going to help us. Let's see. Shadow Walkers, Sisters of Battleborn. Okay, so yeah, Shadow Walkers and Shadow Warriors. So we definitely have to get to the Bowmaster. At least the Bowmaster.
Eliminate the Shadowlands.
Wouldn't mind using a couple of points to just get Militia Master up just because of the melee defense for our Spearmen. Because they're going to, the Spearmen are going to take a beating no matter what happens. These are pretty good units. These are an added unit in. They are dual swords and bow infantry. I would normally add them in right now, but I'm so low on income because of having to
Can I offer assistance?
get her strong enough to hold off rebellion.
Lady of the Phoenix Court.
I am ready.
She should come at us,
Shadowlands.
and I'm pretty confident we could take her on. Research, yes please. And we won't get any real big buffs, so we might as well go for the spear wall and the militia training for the moment. And then
Everything.
could build that. We could. Our trade 100%. So that'd be another 90. Oh, what happened? Someone fought a battle. Where are you moving, Tyrannok?
prey may lurk in these woods.
I'm wondering if, yeah, Tiranoc is actually at war with Marathi.
When Loic dances, so shall I. There is only vengeance. There's prey.
I bow to one king. Going.
about to one king. The Shadow Crown. Okay, so we don't know who won that battle, so we're going to kind of proceed with success chance plus 100%.
I journey.
It looks like,
Visions predict failure. I agree.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
see how far you can move, force move. I
Shadow storm.
want to try and catch this army in another ambush. 70% chance. Let's set up with this 100% chance and
Silent attack.
see what they'll do. I don't want to take that corruption just at this moment. We're going to have a rebellion in 1 to 2 turns. Let's see. Can we push that? Yeah, we can. No. I think we can wait. We can wait. Got a second army. And they're going down to Isildrator. Nope. Gotta take you out. Sorry, the game tells me to. Not at war with you.
The forest is an ally.
The forest is an ally.
Death Dancer.
Assassinate. Positive outcome, 100%. We'll go ahead and do that now.
Not one Druki on Nagaryth.
The goddess forbids it.
When Loic dances, so shall I. Onwards.
What is this foolishness?
We'll follow Tiranoc. I don't mind them taking the forefront of this fight.
No.
And actually,
How wise.
we can tell them to go right after him. Lord not moved. Yes, I know.
As your lady.
What you gonna do, Beastmaster? Ooh, they lost to Iron Spike of Isildur. Good job, Tiranoc.
Sabotage, my lord. enemy power has sent a hero to disrupt the running of your...
But they failed.
Shadow warriors.
Of course.
Now, they are at war with Iron Tor as well.
Allow me.
But let's try and tell them to come join us here.
Only vengeance.
And,
Come, shadow warriors.
My vision.
yeah, they only have 5. But we definitely do need their help to try and take it.
I agree.
Yeah, we'll need their help.
Loix Fury.
Could even use my other army
Yes.
just for some extra reinforcements.
Alith Anar.
Would be really good is if I can set up an ambush. And, yes, I know there's an imminent rebellion. And we're going to get some money. Yeah, so when you use him, he dies in the attempt, essentially. Trace going in there and wrecking.
Ridiculous.
Ulfuan princess. Protector of Ulfuan.
Oh, I thought that was the capital city. It's actually the ancient city Quintix that is the capital.
What? No.
We'll jump back over here.
Silent travel.
So we can kill this army off. We'll take our reinforcements and go back over there.
The Asa rise against you.
We'll repair.
To the woods. Short-sighted. Shadow King, we begin.
Lady of the Phoenix Court. At your service.
Twilight is here.
Da, 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 da. Ambush. And we'll auto-resolve it because we do have quite a few numbers. We'll
They belong to me
heal.
now. Traversing.
Invocation of Assyrian. We're gonna get any... Oh, that's even nicer. Make sure no heroes can come at us. Equipment gained. Warrior Bane. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll be very useful when they charge him. Yeah, because we have that extra gold, I will totally spend that money.
The people are resting.
Can I offer assistance? Setting off. Duty calls. Orders?
Burden of the Shadowlands.
And let's go ahead and get that extra, actually just poof right there. Militia Master, yes. And then that doesn't really help us with our bow. Let's see, Speedy Assyrian. Azarian? Yeah, Azarian. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that. 567, yep, poof. Oof.
Asa rejoice.
Moving unseen.
About 15 more minutes left. We may get over there. I'm hoping Tyrannok comes and join us. Illyrian. I don't know why Illyrian is. I don't know why the High Elves always declare war on each other, especially Illyrian. They're very not nice. Circle of Destruction. Okay, well, gonna be a while before I get up there.
Highborn.
Not one Druki on Nagaryth.
I refuse this
All right, where are you going, Marathi?
When Loic dances, so shall I.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely take this right here. Go into ambush, and we might get one more battle before we end this let's play. And let's just check any. Well, we can trade with Hexaquadal is if yeah, I'll definitely take a non-aggression pact. Thank you. Don't want to mess with those lizardmen.
Seeking a pact of non-aggression.
Can you give me 300 gold? No. And they didn't like that idea. Oh, uh-oh. Goodbye, Marathi. Yes, and we will
Your king calls.
definitely fight this battle. Marathi wishes to have revenge upon our people, but it shall never happen. The Shadow Warriors shall punish her.
It will be done. Loyal. Orders received.
Where are these? Oh, Sisters of Slaughter. Those will hurt.
It will be done. As you say. Archers. For duty.
Alright.
Understood.
And here we go.
Attack. Ancestors. Alith Anar.
Let's make a little image.
Understood.
Do want to get.
I give the orders. Assur.
Oh,
Loic's champion. Have courage. Draw back.
come on! I want to get this ability going.
I give the orders.
That'll be good. Oh, that'll be good. Oh yeah.
We are lost. Glory awaits. Without fail.
Let's focus fire some Sisters of Slaughter.
Acknowledged. For off one. Assur, withdraw. Sundered. For the king. Following orders. By Assyrian. Archers. Following orders. Forward. Spearmen. March. Lacoy. Nagaryth.
Oh yeah. And she's not getting up. Sorry, I wanted to get a screenshot for the thumbnail in the battle there. And you know what, guys? We're about just about an hour into the stream, so stream. Why do I keep calling it a stream? I did my first stream this weekend, so maybe that's why. Just seems like a great place to go ahead and stop it. You know, the siege of taking the ancient city shall come next episode, and we've defeated Maratha yet again in a fateful
They belong
ambush.
to me now.
Take that, forced labor.
I'm empowered by Loic.
And they will not live to escape our wrath. And there's Caldor. I mean, if our battles can go well with ambushes, we have to kind of micromanage our archers because they can be squishy. And it looks like she is going to help us out.
Shadow warriors.
We're going to go ahead and pop that in there because just almost 700 damage right there for us.
We hunt in the forest. Burden of the Shadowlands. To
And
battle.
let's kill off this
To me, Shadow.
girl here. Take almost 11 loss.
They shall
We'll,
earn
we'll,
their
we
freedom.
get more back than we lost.
My kindred's embrace.
Oh man, that'd be really nice.
The foul taint of this place.
Yes, we know.
What?
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of that though. Much as I'd like to have that.
Gladly.
All right, so she can move all the way up to there, and we can move there. So our next turn we can get it into siege. So we'll go ahead and give our spearmen just one more update there because it's not worth the +2, but it's definitely worth the +6. As you see here, the +4, but that gives you a +6 in attack and +2 in defense, so that's really worth it for that one, not necessarily the next one.
Illuminate the Shadowlands.
Oh, so we can do
My
here.
forces advance. Silent attack.
Okay, so we cannot.
Begin.
So we're going to take the attrition no matter what we do. So we'll move there, hit the end turn, and then hopefully she'll move up as much as she can, and we can get in, siege it, see what the numbers are. I don't know if we'll have enough. Military alliance. You're at war with Caldor. I really don't want to have Caldor sailing over here, so we'll just do defensive for right now. Thank you.
The day when.
Non-aggression, yeah. She did not move. I don't see your banner at least.
The Cadai honor me.
Yeah, she didn't move, so we don't know what happened there.
Shadowlands. Make camp. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think we can take that garrison and their army.
Not one on Nagaryth.
Princess of the Azure.
We'll bring her over here.
Your best.
Too much sun.
We go.
Bring some reinforcements for me.
When Loic dances, so shall I.
Get that extra replenishment. And, why ain't you, helping me out?
Lady of Oldthorn.
It's still there. Wonder if she's in, like, ambush stance or something like that. Oh well. We will, stop the, playthrough here. This is Alith Anar, and we are reclaiming the Shadowlands, making the enemy fear the woods. Anyways, this is Raventhorn once more, and if you like the content, please go ahead and hit the like button, and then hit the subscribe. It always helps me to know how we're doing, what kind of content works, what doesn't. Excuse, it's almost 3 a.m. I'm doing this here. But anyways, next episode should be on Wednesday with Malagor, and I will see you then. So, until then, have a good night.